Hello again, it's Currency Insights time, and today I have here in the studio with me Ferdinand Storek, who's heading the Banknotes Destruction Systems Department. Ferdinand, we will speak about banknotes and how to treat them at the end of the life cycle. First of all, how are the powerful images from the beginning relate to the disposal of banknotes?
Well, it might seem a bit far-fetched, but it's the power of air turbulence at very, very high speed, like in a tornado, which allows us to decompose a banknote down to its single fiber. With pure physics, we are now able to destroy large volume of cotton-based banknotes as well as hybrid banknotes down to its single fibers. And single fibers of cotton or cellulose are the basis for repurposing of banknotes.
What are then more sustainable ways of, let's say, repurposing unfit banknotes?
We identified as a very, very promising format a single cotton fiber. The reason is quite simple. With a single cotton fiber, you have the basis for many, many applications, especially when we talk about applications which are paper-like, boxes, cardboard, paper, and so on. However, because of the high wet strength of the banknote, because the banknote has to survive in our daily life, it's quite complex to tear them apart. And most known applications we have today are always including a lot of chemicals or a lot of water. This is why we innovated the banknote fiber extractor to decompose large volume of banknotes down to single fibers. This process runs without water, this process runs without chemicals, and with this process we can fundamentally transform the way how we treat unfit banknote material. And it can be a game changer for the industry because recycling could be possible everywhere now.
Sounds convincing. But as a point of reference, what is the difference to a more traditional method?
Basically, today banknotes are being shredded by the usage of blades. Using blades destroys all fibers at the cutting edge. And simply said, when we talk about degradation of paper, we analyze the fibers. And if fibers are shortened because they are cut by the shredding mechanisms, the fibers of lower quality. In other words, for us, it is extremely important to keep the fibers as long as possible. So we had to find a way to securely destroy large amounts of banknotes, but at the same time keeping the fibers intact. And as an output, we don't receive shreds, but we receive a highly valuable fiber material which can be used for many, many purposes and applications.
What are the benefits for central banks?
First of all, as a central bank, you can tick the box for sustainable disposal of banknote waste. This material is classified as paper waste. Even according to EU norms, this is, together with cardboard and paper, the same material which can be put into the bin for paper recycling. So, long story short, you can put that briquette in the bin for paper waste and you are already a recycler. Additionally, by offering a valuable and sustainable material, you can become a recycler and contribute to producing new products out of that banknote fiber material. For instance, coasters for your drinks. It's theoretically a win-win situation for all involved parties.
Anything you wish to add at the end?
Let's go back to the shred sizes from the beginning. Today we talk about having shreds with the size of 6 to 6 millimeters. And if you now compare shreds to the material we get out of the banknote fiber extractor, it's a massive difference because you can't even recognize that it has been a banknote once. In other words, higher security, green environment, a more sustainable solution. This is what I would like to close the session with.
Thank you very much, Ferdinand, for this, I would say, glimpse into a breakthrough innovation. It was nice to have you as our guest today. And I hope you enjoyed this interview as much as I did, and we hope to see you again for our next episode.